After all these months, I finally decided to make myself a small guard, and man, have I been missing out all year. This build can not only get crazy contact dunks, shoot from anywhere on the floor, be an elite facilitator, and can even get some big defensive stops. Since making this build, the amount of 40 and even 50-point games I've had while dominating the random rec has now just been a constant. This build just makes the game so much easier and so much more fun. I'm here to show you guys how to build it. So let's get right into it. So for the build, you're going to want to make him a point guard. For the height, I did go 6'4". The weight, I did go to 217 pounds, which is a little bit heavier for the point guard, but you'll see exactly why I did that later on. And then for the wingspan, I did go with a 6'6" wingspan. And now I will just let you know, this build I did make using 15 cap breakers. 13 of them are from just, the accumulation of cap breakers you get. The extra 2 is from the specialty. So let's first start with the finishing category. So the close shot, UC 75, driving layup 72, driving dunk, you're going to want to put it at a 90 to start. That we will be using one cap breaker here to get my driving dunk from a 90 all the way to a 93. And when we pair that eventually with the vertical, you will get gold posterizer. Now standing dunk, I only put at a 40 just because I had some leftover attribute points to work with. If you didn't know, if you are under 6'5" in height, you can't even get standing dunk animations to go off. So that kind of does stink. It is a little bit useless of a category then for those extra points you did put in. So you can kind of tweak that however you'd like if you did make this build. And for the post control, it is a 37. It's kind of the lowest it'll let you go here. And then moving over to the shooting category, you're going to want to go 80 mid-range shot, pair that with a 90 3-point shot. With this, you will be putting 5 into your 3 to get it up to a 95. With your cap breakers, again, I used 2 of my shooting specialist ones, and then 3 regular cap breakers for 95 3. And I play a lot of 5s, so I went with an 89 free throw. You could lower that if you just play park, but if you do play 5s, the free throw is nice to have. The reason why I did go 95 3, I know a lot of people do like to go 99 3-pointer on a small build. But in this case, since I do have my shooting specialist done, it would be a waste if I went 99-3 on this build. With 95-3, you can +1 your set shot all the way up to a legend, as well as you can max +2 your limitless range to get that legend as well. And then you can go ahead and +1 your Deadeye up to legend as well. The only shooting badge you don't have legend on this build would be your shifty shooter. Now it's actually up to you if you would like to put shifty, you could max +2 that, because limitless range, if you don't shoot that deep, especially if you just use deep bomber, which this build does get as well. But either way, on my build here, I'm rocking set shot legend, limitless range on legend, and Deadeye on legend. But next up to the playmaking, you're going to want to put your pass ac up to an 86, and with the pass accuracy, you're going to put an extra 3 cap breakers. That's going to get it all the way up to a 91. And with 91 pass ac, you do get silver bailout, as well as the Halliburton pass style, which is pretty solid. You could rock none as well. Either one of those are pretty fine in my opinion. Ball handle, we're going to go with an 87, but you're going to +5 that with cap breakers to get that to a 92. And then finally speed with ball an 86, so you get gold lightning launch. I +2 that, so I do have a legend lightning launch on this build. Now onto the defensive category. Interior defense I do have as a 45. Paired up with a perimeter defense rating of 85 as well. Steal rating I also have as 85, but I actually am starting to cap breaker my way up with this rating here. I currently have 1 cap breaker into steal because that's my last cap breaker I did have. It gets me +3 to an 88. Now next season, season 4, when we do get another cap breaker at level 40, I will probably be putting mine into steal to get it to a 91 for gold glove. And I did just hit veteran 1 rep, but if I do wind up hitting veteran 2, I will get another 3 cap breakers where I can then max out the steal rating, which would get it to a 97. And the block I did max out for my height, which is just going to be a 64 rating. Obviously don't get any good block badges like high flying deny or anything like that, but you do need block for contest and jump contest, so maxing that out is still very important. And for the rebounding, the reason why I did go 217 pounds was so I could unlock 70 offensive rebound, which would just get you silver box out beast as well as bronze rebound chaser, and then a 55 D board, which is the lowest it can get. And then for the physicals, 86 speed, 85 agility, 60 strength, and 80 vertical. And like I mentioned, the 80 vertical is going to pair up with the 93 driving dunk that you're going to use that cap breaker on in order to get posterizer on gold. And I'll show you guys the cap breakers on the screen right now. Just in case you wanted to spend cap breakers in different areas on this build, you definitely can. But this build has been awesome for me so far. Really enjoying it. This is my first small guard I've made this year. Usually I make small guards in other 2Ks, like older ones, and then wind up moving over to a taller guard. So I had started on a taller guard this year, and I finally made the 6'4", and I'm loving it. Definitely missed out for the first few months of the game. But that's the build. I hope you guys do enjoy. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.